Hello, this is Queen Elizabeth. To quote Caudle and Langdon, on June the 28th, 2012, the United States Supreme Court issued its historic decision on the Affordable Care Act. The decision has been termed both a brilliant stroke of judicial legerdemain and the worst decision in the history of the court. We will let you decide. We are here live in the studio with nurse practitioner Ivan, old nurse, and nurse practitioner Penicillin, who are both here to answer your questions about the Affordable Care Act. Our first guest is Dewey Eaton.
Hi, I'm a car salesman and I heard that Obamacare puts a 40% tax on Cadillacs. Is that true? How am I supposed to make an honest living with a tax that high?
Mr. Cheatham, you have misunderstood the policy. Beginning in 2018, there will be a 40% excise tax on Cadillac health insurance plans. These are the high-cost health insurance plans. This means that as the cost of health insurance plans rise between now and 2018, and they most likely will, people who have more comprehensive plans will be penalized. The tax is on the insurer, but you can bet the cost will be passed on to the consumer.
Let me get this straight. What you are saying is that people who want to pay for better health care coverage will be penalized? I'm not a brain surgeon, but I am Queen. Ha ha. But isn't the Affordable Care Act trying to provide better health care and coverage to Americans?
That's the claim, Your Highness.
Well, I ain't gonna be able to sell any Cadillacs then, and that's too bad. I really like those cars.
Okay, our next guest is Mr. Sparky, a chief engineer officer from Enterprise Ships in Arizona.
Hello, I'm a small business owner. I have 58 employees. I've looked into providing health insurance for my employees in the past, and it was going to cost me thousands of dollars every month, 3 times what I personally take home every month as a paycheck. From what I understand, the Affordable Care Act will require me, by law, to provide health insurance for all of my employees, or I will have to pay a fine?
Yes, Mr. Sparky, that is correct. The employer mandate, which is part of the Affordable Care Act, becomes effective in 2014. It states that employers with 50 or more employees must offer affordable health coverage or pay a fine of $2,000 per person, or $3,000 if that employee obtains medical coverage through the exchange.
Are you okay, Mr. Sparky?
Yes, I'm just trying to decide which employees to fire. In this economy there is not much need for starships, and I cannot afford to provide health insurance for my employees, nor can I afford to pay the fine, so I must streamline my operation down to 49 employees.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Sparky. There are part of the Affordable Care Act that penalize business owners, making it impossible to grow their business. Many business owners will be in your shoes, and as a result they will maintain a smaller workforce, which will hurt our economy in the long run.
Our next guest is Hypochondriac.
I'm 28 years old and I read on Facebook that there will be 35 million more people going to my provider's office and that I am going to have to wait years for an appointment.
Well, it is true that 35 million people will have access to healthcare that did not before, but they will not be all going to your provider's office. There will be nurse-managed health programs to alleviate some of the burden that this influx of patients will create, and the Affordable Care Act provides support for more advanced practice nurses through loan repayment programs.
No, they're all gonna want to go to my nurse practitioner. She is the bomb. She graduated from the University of Phoenix. I have to go. I will need a mammogram in 7 years, and colonoscopy in 27 years, and I need to call and schedule the appointments now.
Oliver Lusar is our next guest.
Dude. What's up? Is it true that I can stay on my parents' health insurance plan until I am 26?
That is true, Mr. Lusar. Under the Affordable Care Act, you can stay on your parents' insurance until you are 26 years old.
So I can vote, buy alcohol and cigarettes, buy a gun and father a child, or even get married, but I don't have to be a responsible adult and buy my own health insurance? I love America. Woo-hoo!